All right. Hello. Welcome to Healing Your Hormones by Stepping into Your Feminine Essence. I am so glad that you are here. Welcome. And thank you for joining me today. This is all about ending the doom scrolling, ending the constantly searching for answers, and finally getting solutions for your hormonal symptoms, for your health, and really stepping back into your true power. And I'm so excited to share this with you today. So, I wanted to start off by sharing a little bit about my story and just walking you through how I've walked this similar path. So if you're joining me today saying, hey, listen, I am dealing with all these hormonal symptoms, I'm dealing with X, Y, or Z. Listen, I've been there and I know how hard and I know how heavy, exhausting, and frustrating all of that is. You are not alone. And my hope is that I give you hope today to know that there is a way out, to know that there is a better way, to know that healing truly is possible. Okay. So, my personal story starts when I had my first child and I was suffering with some hormonal things. And I tried some stuff. I was doing protocols, I was doing the diets, the supplements, all the things that I'm sure you're very familiar with or have tried yourself, or maybe you're currently doing. And I thought, like, okay, I'm feeling okay. My symptoms seem to be managed. I must be fine. Well, a couple years later, I had my second son, and postpartum with him was truly awful, and it was a nightmare, which as a mom is the last thing that you want to have happen. You want to enjoy your postpartum time. You want to be able to enjoy your new baby that just came into this world. I mean, what a gift. And to have that, I don't want to say ruined, but I guess tainted by severe postpartum anxiety, by awful hormonal issues, it can be really hard and really challenging for any mom, especially one that has young kids at home and is dealing with a newborn who obviously has lots of needs. And so during that period of time, I was dealing with anxiety that was controlling my life, controlling my day. And I just thought, if I just get my mindset right, or if I just do the right protocol, if I just get the right supplements, everything will be better. And then I started having awful periods, cramping, bloating, acne, couldn't tolerate certain foods, having all sorts of histamine issues, mood swings, things that were not only affecting me, but also my family, my husband, my kids, my other family members, my friendships, all of my relationships. They were all starting to be affected by these things that I was dealing with and felt like I had no way out, felt completely trapped by all of them, all the things. And when I go to my 6-week appointment, that is pretty standard after you have a baby, you go see your OB or OBGYN and they give you their checkup and everything. And I was expressing this to her and I was told that's just how it is. This is quote unquote normal. And, if you want something for the anxiety, here's a prescription, here you go. And personally, I felt very dismissed. And maybe you have a similar experience and you're just feeling super dismissed and like, gosh, there's got to be something else that I can do. Like it can't just be this is how it is. Like I was not willing to accept that. And I personally do not want to take medications. It was a choice that I made willingly and I knew was the best thing for me. And so through those experiences, I just knew that there had to be a better way. I just knew that there had to be something more. And so I started digging deeper into holistic healing and what that actually meant and what true root cause healing actually is and what that means. And as I started learning, I was able to pull back and expose the reasons why I was struggling so much. And I was finally able to heal. I finally had answers and I finally had easy things that I could implement in my very busy life with a toddler, with a newborn that I was able to feel really good about and able to heal myself. It was something that I was able to do with ease and really tap back into my intuition, put myself back in the driver's seat, give myself back that power that I thought that I had lost, that I felt like I had lost, that I felt like, gosh, this is just how it has to be. I'm here to tell you, no, it doesn't. It does not just have to be that. You do not have to struggle. You do not just have to deal with your symptoms. Because the truth of the matter is yes, these things are common. And that's what I want to also put into perspective, because yes, the things that I have gone through and the things that you may be going through now are very common for women across the whole world and country to be dealing with, but that doesn't mean that they're normal. And so the subtle difference in that is normal being something that is to be expected. That is something that is biologically meant to happen. Right? We are not meant to have debilitating anxiety and meant to have painful, awful, irregular periods and acne and bloating, no matter what we eat, no matter what diet we do, and all this stress around us and all this chaos around us. That's not normal. It's just common. These are stories that you hear probably every day talking to your moms, your girlfriends, coworkers, whoever it may be. Okay. So the truth is, these things are common, they're not normal. So today, I want to give you some quick, actionable tips that you can implement into your day, into your routine today, tomorrow, this week to actually help you stop just managing symptoms, stop just searching for answers, and finally get off the healing roller coaster and heal your hormones while stepping back into your feminine essence. Okay, stepping back into your power. Okay, so the first thing is getting morning sunlight and grounding. So I know we're stepping into season changes and this is going to look a little bit different in each of the seasons. But the point is, in the morning, get some morning sun on your face. Step outside for 5 or 10 minutes. Let the sun hit your face. Feel the warmth of that sun in the morning. And if you can, get your feet in the grass, get your feet on the ground. Again, 5 or 10 minutes first thing before the chaos of the day, before the kids are up and you're in your to-do list. This makes such a huge difference. Not only does it help with managing circadian rhythm, but it also helps with stress. It helps keep us literally grounded for the rest of the day. Okay, so this is one thing that I swear by. I do every single day, and it is such a game changer. And it really helps to just tap into that quiet time, tap back into you, and give yourself that starting point for the day. So that is step one. The second tip that I want to offer you is stop skipping breakfast. I cannot tell you how detrimental this is for women to be skipping breakfast. Now, I know you may be saying, hey, I just don't wake up hungry. It takes me 2, 3, 4 hours to even become hungry for breakfast. That was me. That was me in high school. That was me in college. I thought that I don't need to eat. I'm just going to skip breakfast, save the calories, and, I just got to get going, got to get on with my to-do list. Whew. Wow, I didn't realize how damaging to your hormones that can be. Not only does it increase cortisol first thing in the morning, it sends a danger signal to your body. So your body is instantly in stress, fight or flight, chaos first thing in the morning. Please stop skipping breakfast. If you want to heal your hormones, this is one of the key foundations that you have to implement into your routine. Start off with some protein, a little bit of starchy carbs, some healthy fats. So it may be very small at first and then it grows over time, gets more nutrient dense over time. It can be something as simple as an egg, a chicken sausage, and a handful of berries. It doesn't have to be huge, doesn't have to be massive, but we've got to get something in our bodies because as women, we need that nourishment. We need that fuel to really start off our day. And I mean, my gosh, when we're not eating, talk about blood sugar dysregulation and a recipe for having very little patience for our children, very little patience for the rest of our day. This is so key to start off our day on the right foot. So that is tip number 2. Tip number 3 is ditch the 5 days at the gym and the 2, 3, 4 hours of cardio that you're doing every week. You are totally wrecking your hormones. And I say this with love. I say this with compassion because I was there too. I did this for years. I thought that going to the gym 4 or 5 times a week was just being very well regimented. I was like, I'm doing really good. I'm supporting my health. I'm checking the box, doing all of the right things. I thought, man, I've got this. I was running. I was like, of course, cardio is going to burn tons of calories. Like, that's what I need to do, to get fit. That's what I needed to do postpartum after my first kid to lose all of that weight. Yeah, sure, it worked a little bit, but my body was so overly stressed and overly worked that by the time my second kid rolled around, it completely blew up in my face and totally backfired. So, what I urge you to do is implement 2 to 3 days a week of weightlifting and walking. Walking is amazing exercise. It's therapeutic. It's not going to create that same stress on your body, and yet you're still getting movement. You're still burning calories. And weightlifting is also going to build muscle and keep burning calories for hours after the workout is even done. So, all of that said, those are the 3 simple tips that I urge you to take. If nothing else, if you don't take anything else from this webinar, please take those 3 simple tips. So, without doing these 3 foundations, you can do all the diets, all the protocols, all the detoxes that you want. I'm here to tell you it's going to be a waste of money because none of it's going to actually stick because you're not supporting your body at the root, at the core. And that's what is so important. I know you want to stop being on a endless healing journey, to stop scrolling for answers, for being exhausted and frustrated, wondering why you just can't heal, why you can't lose the weight, why your periods suck, why you have acne, bloating, anxiety, all of these things. I know you are ready to step away from that. These are the foundations because without foundations, without getting to the root of what's driving your symptoms, it's building a house on quicksand. It may be stable now, it may look great now, but eventually it will crumble. And I can speak to that. Eventually it will all crumble and fall flat, and you have nothing left to stand on. That's why focusing on foundations first is so key. So you can choose to implement these things, these quick tips alone. And let's be honest, probably slide back into old habits because you don't have the accountability. You don't have someone there guiding you. You don't have someone there helping you along the way when you have questions. Or you can step into a community that is surrounded with like-minded women, and you have me in your back pocket coaching you every step of the way. Someone who can guide you, who you can lean on, who's going to teach you what these foundations are, who's going to help you get to the root of what's driving your hormonal symptoms, what's driving your anxiety, what's driving your weight loss resistance. Because how you feel matters, your symptoms matter, and you feeling like an amazing mom, amazing woman matters. This is what collapses time for women. This is why so many women come in saying, I've seen doctors, I've spent years, I've spent thousands of dollars, and none of it worked because they were never taught the foundations. And that is the difference. That is the feminescence difference. You are walking into a place where it is not only safe for you to share your story and actually be validated, to be heard, to be seen, but it's also a place where you have real guidance, where you have a coach that cares. You have someone who's going to help you get to the root cause of whatever is going on. And you're doing it with community. You're doing it with other women that are walking the same walk as you. You're going to have the accountability. You're going to have the support. You're going to have people to lean on along the way. You do not have to do this alone. Healing does not have to happen alone. So, I know you're ready to step back into your essence and heal for good. I know you are ready to end the doom scrolling, the searching for answers, the managing symptoms, the being on this endless healing roller coaster. I know you're ready. I invite you to step into this opportunity to heal for good, to step back into your power, to step back into your essence and feel like the fabulous woman that you desire to be. So when you're ready, I'll have the links below on how to join. And I cannot wait to see your beautiful, radiant face in the community, in feminescence, and healing for